Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play. This is not a Let's Play. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube. And today we're doing a speed build. I really hope that the thumbnail to this house I felt like was not a good one. But to be completely honest with you, I was too impatient to wait for it to get further into the day for better lighting. So I took a picture and I was like, hopefully this is fine. And I just kind of went with it. So yeah, I hope that the thumbnail does not kind of, I think it does. It probably does. People are just kind of like, meh, doesn't look anything special. And I mean, it's really not. This is the first house I've ever built like this, though. It's just a 2-bed, 1-bath house. But I've never done the slanted, like the already slanted lot. Anytime I've tried messing with terrain, one, it rarely goes well. I'm normally not super happy with how it looks after the fact. And 2, I forget where I was going with that. Like I normally have to do the terrain manipulating. I found a house when I was kind of looking for inspiration. I found a house and it actually had, so I think the garage was supposed to be off maybe like an alleyway or something. But the garage was actually coming off the back of the house. So obviously there's the front, which is where like the front of the house where the stairs right here. This is the front. Okay. The garage was under the house at the very back of it, off the back side of the house. So I couldn't find a lot where that would have worked. But I found this corner lot. Now, the corner, it's not a perfect 90-degree corner. Because as you can see, like the road kind of curves away. So it still doesn't fully work. Not that your Sims like actually pull the cars into the driveway and park them or anything. I don't know. But I wanted to try it. I thought it looked kind of cool, but I'm like, I'll just put it off the side. I won't put it off the back. But then came all of this terrain manipulation and trying to get a way into the basement of the house. But if I wanted it to be like flush with the wall, then I couldn't have a foundation. And so then I had this really weird like gap between the house and the ground around it. And I couldn't do a basement there because it was in a foundation. And in The Sims 3, you can't put a basement inside a foundation. It has to start at ground level. Now, you can in The Sims 4, but you can't in The Sims 3. So I did try to hide it a little bit with that like hedge fence there at the front. I don't know that I did the best job. I fill it in with some bushes and flowers later, but again, I don't know that it's necessarily the best job, especially because it's such like a steep decline down towards the house that a lot of the things I was placing weren't actually that visible. But I tried. And then it's like really sharp there on the corner. I honestly should have built that front end of the house. Like I should have built the entire house just flopped. Honestly, now that I think about it, I should have just built the whole house swapped. Because it probably would have worked a little bit better now that I really think about it. And that really irritates me because I spent like 2.5 hours on this house, which is longer than I normally take, especially on a house that is this size. But I spent so much time messing with all the terrain. And I can't believe I didn't even think of just swap the house. Build it the other way. Oh, now I'm really shooting myself in... Oh. Okay. I'm really frustrated that I didn't even think of that. Because it would have made so much more sense with how all the ground, sinks into the house on that left side. But look at how the lot is formed. It naturally sinks on the right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just don't look at it. Don't look at it. Now I did build this world in... Not this world. I built this house in Sunset Valley, which is where my In Bloom challenge is taking place right now. Now I'm not currently playing In Bloom, and I probably won't be back to In Bloom for a little bit still, because In Bloom will start back up after I finish the current generation of my Sims 4 Rainbow Generations challenge. And as of the time that this video is going up, my Sims just got pregnant with baby number 2, and I'm hoping to have 3 kids, so we still have a little bit. And again, now that I think about it, I probably should have... I need to start working on building the houses for my Sims 3 Feig kids, because I build their houses, and I have 5 that I'm going to have to build. And the kids are all back to back. Dakota, the mom in that challenge, has gotten pregnant back to back. So yeah, now that I think about it, probably should have built Alex house, but oh well. I was in the mood to build this house. I actually found this picture a while back, and I had saved it because I was like, this would be really cute as Lavender's house. It's supposed to be a starter home, but the thing is, it's not priced starter home friendly at all. It's 49,000 simoleons. So it is not starter house friendly. Actually, I think I was doing okay until I got to the bedroom. And then I started placing more expensive furniture, and yeah. Also, so because this is a house I intend on playing in, if you are not familiar with my speed builds, if it's a house I'm not building with the intention of playing in it, because there are times that I'll go back and I'll play in a house that I built a while before, but if I don't build a house with with a certain sim in mind, with a certain intention in mind, I will do my very best to keep it to just the expansion packs. I don't use stuff packs. I try not to use store content or custom content unless it's the 3 tile garage. That's the only time I really ever use custom content in those kinds of builds. I try to if I see that I'm not using one expansion pack and I only place one object from it, I'm ooh, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I just try to limit the stuff in the house a little bit more. However, if it's a house that I know I'm going to play in, I'm building it for one of my Sims, I don't restrict myself as much there. Okay, I will come back to this thought. So, really quick, I saw that that bottom level of the house is not actually flush to the ground. It's not a typical wall height. It's just a little bit taller, and I saw that the stairs were off the floor. So I went back into the game. I had Lavender come and check out the house, and it wouldn't let me save or go back to Edit Town. And it said I couldn't go back to town if a sim was giving birth. And I was like, what? I don't remember leaving my game with anyone pregnant in my household. No one was giving birth. One of my cats was dying. I'm like, are you serious? So, just a heads up, when we do get back to the Sims 3 In Bloom challenge, Yarrow is going to die immediately. So there's your heads up. I found that out the hard way. Because I didn't end up actually saving the house into the world. I exported the house, so it's in my library, but I didn't save in the world. I actually quit to main menu, and like quit the game. So yeah, that will still happen. Anyways, I was saying something and I said I'd come back to it, and I knew this would happen. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, packs. So if it's a house that I am building for a sim that I'm going to play with, that I intend, a house I intend on playing in, and all that, I will not hold back from using store content I like. I'll use stuff packs. I will use custom content, but I don't have a whole lot of custom content in my game. The custom content I do have in my game is, again, stuff like the 3-tile garage or like the 1-tile baby cribs. I don't like using custom content in houses because I don't want to be reliant on custom content. Two, custom content for me is kind of weird. It depends on if it's like Maxis Match. What's the other when it's not Maxis Match? I forget, but like when it's like really, like when it's very obvious that it does not match the same textures as the game, I can't do that. Like it's a little too game breaking for me. For a while there, I was watching Florida's Sims 3 Zodiac challenge. And like she had like really pretty Sims, but like all the custom content that she would use on them and in the houses, and don't get me wrong, again, the Sims were beautiful, the houses were really pretty, but like the texture of all of that custom content, I'm not a fan. I think it looks really odd in the games, and then when it doesn't match the rest of the game around it, it just to me is like really off-putting. So anyway, that's a whole long side rant that wasn't necessary about custom content, but I don't use a whole lot of it. I use very few pieces. I think the only piece of custom content I used in this is I gave my sim a MacBook in her bedroom. That's literally it. I have a few pieces of store content I used. I think I used like a store content plant. And like I think I used a couple like a storefront bench on the front porch. I used some like town life stuff from that stuff pack. But like I didn't use a lot. Just a few pieces. But I know that it's harder to download houses when they have just, all of the expansion packs, all the stuff packs, all the store content. Like, it can be really hard to download things that way. And that's kind of how I feel about custom content too. But again, I don't really like using custom content. But yeah, this will be Lavender's house. Her dad lives 2 lots away, lives right up the road. If you saw when I brought her over to test the house, she ran right up the street. I didn't intend for her to live so close to her dad. I actually had tried moving her pretty much to the opposite side of town over by the beach, because there are some already like slanted lots there, but they were too big. And 2, they like none of them were like close to the street to kind of give that illusion of like that side garage here, which again I still think kind of flops because it's not up to the road, but it's better than if I had placed it down by the beach. So, and this is also a custom placed lot. This lot is not in the game. I had to place it myself. So there's also that fact. Let's let's see. It's really funny how, like, things happen throughout my week. I'm like, oh my gosh, I should talk about this during my speed build. And then the speed build comes and I forget. I have a huge bruise on my butt because I know that's what everyone wants to know about. Recently I've gotten really into roller skating. I kind of go through these phases and I don't do it a lot. Okay. I like roller skating, but there's only one rink in the area. It's only open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's also attached to, like, a kid's play place. It's like this really giant, like, jungle gym ball pit thing. And so it's normally overrun with little kids. And I am not a confident enough skater to feel comfortable skating with little children present. Because last thing I want to do is land on one, knock one over, roll over one. Like, I'm too scared, too nervous to skate around children. But I've really gotten into it lately. So I was babysitting the other night. And I was like, hey, kids, want to go roller skating? And so we did. And I hadn't fallen at all because I've been like trying to go out there and skate for like the past like 2-ish weeks or so. Haven't fallen. I've actually been doing really well. Well, the youngest of the kids I was watching wiped out in like the middle of the rink. So I went over to him. I was going to help him up. And when I got over to him, like I gave him my hand. He's like 5. He took my hand and I went to pull him up and he like gave me like this evil little grin and the little booger pulled me but like I tried to correct my balance, so instead of going forward I like threw myself back, and I was wearing jeans and my phone always goes in my right back pocket is where I always put my phone, and I landed right on the corner of my phone on my right cheek, and I have this huge freaking bruise, and it's dark and it hurts, and I think I threw my arm out weird too when it happened because my right shoulder is sore. It actually got really stiff while I was building because my shoulder actually sits in like kind of the same position while I'm building. It's really just my elbow and my wrist moving. But I don't feel it when I'm sitting here, but like when I stand up, when I sit down, yeah, it hurts. But it's okay. It's okay. I told the children, I'm like, I'm not coming. If you fall, I'm not helping you up the rest of the day. You can help yourselves up. And I don't know. It definitely made me a little more unsure on my skates after that. Like I'd been having a lot of fun before that, and I don't want to place like all that on, like, again, he's 5. But like after that, I just felt, I think I was a little shaken up just a bit from the landing. Like, again, it was not a good landing. I did not go down smoothly. And so then after that, I'd kind of lost some of the fun. So, like, I'd skated at quite a few more laps, and I don't know, I just wasn't jiving with it. It wasn't, like, I didn't feel like I was going as smooth. I felt a lot more shaky, less confident in what I was doing. But, yeah, let's see, there's that. I'm also trying to get all this stuff pre-recorded because a childhood friend of mine, and I did this last year around Christmas, every year her family goes on this really big trip down to the beach, and they had 2 dogs and then 3 cats. Well, one of the dogs had to be suddenly put down a couple months ago, so now it's just 1 dog, the cats. But they do this huge trip, and so last year I stayed with her pets. I've stayed with her pets in the past, so I didn't do it the year before, but the year before that I did. So this is, I think, like the 3rd Christmas time trip I've stayed at their house. And she actually lives about 30 minutes out of town. from me. She lives in like a neighboring town. And it's just kind of a pain in the butt to drive there and back every day. So I'm trying to get everything pre-recorded. I actually get the week off of Christmas, so I've been trying to get everything that I need done so that I'm not like super stressed about it, you know, being there, and still needing to worry about coming home to record and just juggling work and all that stuff. So yeah. So I'm there I'm there on Christmas. I start on Thursday, which normally I don't start on Christmas. I normally start the day after. I start on the 26th. But this year, I am there on the 25th until the 2nd. So, yeah, I'm trying to get everything pre-recorded. And then over on my gaming channel, at the end of the year, I do like a tier list, like ranking the games that I played throughout the year. And I'm going to kind of fangirl here for a moment, so you are prepared. I am obsessed with Dispatch. I've been playing Dispatch over on my gaming channel, and I am absolutely obsessed. Like, the game is so fun, and I have, like, the biggest crush on the main character that we play as, Robert Robertson. Yes, that's his name. Biggest crush. I'm kind of obsessed with, like, everything about him. So, like, I've been also trying to get that game wrapped up, while also not wanting to rush it, because I only have 8 episodes. I just recorded episode 4 earlier today, and I really don't want to rush through the game. I'm recording this on the 22nd, by the way. I really don't want to rush the game, because I know that when it's done, it's done. I'm pretty sure they just confirmed that they are for sure doing a season 2, but I don't know how long that could take. Especially because the developers are like, well, we know it took 7 years to make season 1 that just finished, that I'm currently playing. It took them 7 years. And like, the developer's like, we know we don't have that kind of time this time around, because now we have that demand that we're trying to meet. So we're like, this, you know, it's gonna be a little more rushed, and there's so many people that are like, no, don't rush it. We don't care how long it takes. Don't rush it. We'll wait. So I have no idea how long it could take. I do, while I am sad that I'd have to wait that long, I am also I'm also agreeing that I want them to take their time rather than rushing it. Because, the game is just so good. It's so fun. And, like, they've done, like, I feel like they've done a lot of the characters really well. I know there's been critiques of some of them, but I don't know. I'm just like, I'm so obsessed. And his dog, he has a dog that he brings to work with him. I think it's a corgi. It's either a corgi or a chihuahua. I like to think that it's a corgi, because I have 2 corgis. I'm a little biased towards the breed. But he has a dog, this like overweight dog that he brings with him to work, and its name is Beef. And Beef makes everything better. I love Beef. I also just find it hilarious that that's what he named his dog, is Beef. And he will, like, kind of objectify the dog. He'll be like, here, hold a beef. Not just hold beef, hold a beef. I don't know. I love this game. I love it so much. I don't want to rush it, but I also need to get it done so I can get my tier list video finished up, but I don't want to rush it either. I don't know. Anyways, looks like we're coming up on the screenshots here, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Feel free to use the house. It will be linked down in the description below. Again, I know that thumbnail did not do it justice, but I appreciate if you clicked on the video just to see what it was about anyway. But yeah, feel free to use the house. Please just don't take credit for it. And yeah, thank you guys so much. Oh, if you were wondering really quick where some of like the skill items that Lavender will be using are, I'm just going to bring them from her house to the new house because I didn't want to make this house more expensive. So yeah, now I will end the part. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.